Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we'll be building a Langley version of the LBSCR E2 because, first of all, I remoted my older, well I say older, but it's my previous build of the LBSCR E2. I gave it a new chassis, so I'm reusing the old chassis to make another E2. This is the Langley white metal one. So here's the little thing to go in front. And I said I wanted to remote this one because I wanted to have basic DCC with it. So that runs perfectly fine. That's DCC'd as well. And this one is the old chassis. So it's a usual ground verse pannier one, or whatever, general purpose tank one. And here's the kit. It's got some, only got a few pieces really. I can pretty much build it in the intro video really. So anyway, let's go over the instruction sheet really. Well, first just tells you to, the introduction is basically clean off any flashing and moulding lines, which I've pretty much done already. I've got some small little files. Glues and solder, you can either glue it, solder it, or use some epoxy resin. I'll be using some super glue, so that's always useful. It does tell you warning, modifying the chassis does invalidate the guarantee, but considering how old these are, I don't think the guarantee really counts anyway. Chassis alterations, which is basically remove the body and file off some of the chassis block itself. Basically, file down a little bit on the front here and take off about 0.5 mil from the back all the way down. So we'll be doing that as well, and I'll pop you there. It does run. Just about runs. Yep. Sometimes the coupling rods do fall off and then clog everything up, but other than that, it's alright. It does tell you the assembly, which is really simple because that's most of it done, and then you're just gluing all the other bits on. So I can pretty much do that now, but it's basically the checklist is foot plate, loco body, cab roof, which we've got all here. Safety valve is here. Chimney here. Westinghouse pump here. That's a bit of waste. I'll use that for something later. You've got 4 footsteps, 4 buffers here, and 2 vacuum brakes, vacuum pumps. And that's pretty much it really. And it does have a little helpful diagram telling you where to file off and where to file down bits in there and how to glue it all together. And some reason goes over the glue again. Painting. Well, I'm going to be painting this in Southern Black. So unfortunately not this lovely Southern Green. Unfortunately I don't think many of them were actually painted in that colour. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll be using black, but I will be giving it green lining, so it will look rather nice. So I'm going to get to work with that, and that's pretty much it really. I'll do I will tell you a bit more about the E2 class, but you should know about it from this build, but I'll tell you a bit more about it anyway. So I'll also have a redundant number here, so it's a bit more correct. So the main difference between this one and that one is that this is the non-extended water tank version. So I'm going to get to work with that, and I'll see you in a bit. The first of Lawson Billington's own designs for the LBSCR was a relatively modest 060 tank locomotive to replace some of the early Langley E1 good locos, the Class E2. This engine had the now customary curved drop at each end of the footplate, with slotted frames and a similar boiler of 170 pounds per square inch and a and the same cylinders as the I2 class. With 4'6" drivers and 1,090 gallon water capacity, 5 were built during May and December of 1913. 5 more were built to a modified design between May 1915 and September 1916, with longer tanks incorporating a cutout to give access to the motion and therefore increased water capacity of 1,256 gallons. Normally used as goods or shunting engines, 2 from the first batch were to be found in 1914, working 6 coach push-pull trains between London Bridge and Crystal Palace, wearing the passenger livery. With these, the engine was in the middle, and they were not a success. The engine had insufficient coal capacity, and the experiment was abandoned during the same year. When doing the work for which they were intended for, they were very useful engines. One of their duties was in late 1930s was to bring in the stock for the night ferry, and then bank the train out of Victoria. And while these engines lasted long into BR days, by 1963 the last of the E2s had been withdrawn and sent to the scrapyard, leaving none in preservation. Well, here we are with the new E2 on the layout. As you can see, it's looking rather nice. The lining was rather annoying to do, which is why I kind of cut it out doing all of it. Just doing the boiler stripes was annoying enough. And even then I still lost half a dozen. Had to paint 1 or 2 on. But otherwise it looks rather nice. Here's my previous E2. Just to give you a brief comparison. Yeah, got to connect them together. But yeah, it's not too difficult a kit to do. The only thing is, depending on the chassis you've got, you may need to try to insulate it from the body, because otherwise it tends to short circuit itself. But let's see it running somewhat. The only problem with these old, there we go. Yeah, the only problem with these old chassis is that they don't like running. I'm going to bring it to a stop now. It's a bit noisy, but yeah, that's the Langley E2. So it's a very nice, well, it's a fairly easy kit to do, but to be honest, I really prefer the 3D printed one. It's a much nicer finish, and you can fit in a new chassis into it. As this one I'm not entirely sure you can. So yeah, I may redo it using the one of these 3D printed kits again. But yeah, also I did find out apparently some of these were painted in passenger green, but stupid me, I didn't paint it in passenger green because I actually do like the freight black with green. So yeah. Oh well. Anyway, this has been James from Gosport Railworks, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I hope to see you again next time. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and favourite the video if you really want to. May have said like and comment, and and yeah, I'll just take you off. I'll run you around again. So yeah, I'm going to see you again next time. And yeah, take care. Send it away. It's too noisy. Bye bye.